91.5% of paid professional fund managers completely failed to beat the stock market last year. You pay them fees to make smart decisions, and the data proves they get it wrong almost every single time. Today we are tearing down the illusion of stock pickings. Welcome back to Piggy Profits. If you want to build wealth in the Indian stock market, you do not need a finance degree. You just need math and absolute consistency. Think of the Nifty 50 as India's version of the S&P 500 on Wall Street. By the end of this video, you will know why passive investing beats active management, how the new 2026 SEBI rules impact your money, and the exact top 3 Nifty 50 mutual funds you can buy right now to start compounding your wealth. Hit that like button. Let us get started. We have to start with the myth in finance. Beginners often assume that paying a professional to manage their money will generate higher returns. The S&P Indices versus Active Scorecard completely destroys this assumption. The latest 2025 SEBI India year-end report reveals a reality for active fund managers. Over a 10-year horizon ending in December 2025, 76.3% of Indian large-cap funds underperformed their benchmark. That means if you picked a manager a decade ago, you had less than a 1 in 4 chance of actually beating the market. Why does this happen? The primary reason is market efficiency. The top 100 listed companies in India represent liquid, institutionalized businesses. Hundreds of foreign analysts continuously scrutinize these stocks. New financial information is priced in instantly, leaving zero room for active managers to exploit hidden deals. Furthermore, the Nifty 50 index is heavily concentrated. The top 10 holdings account for over 54.4% of the index weight. When a handful of cap stocks drive the entire market, hire active managers who try to diversify end up dragging down their own returns, since guessing which stock will win is a game. The smartest move is to simply buy the entire market using an index fund. An index fund passively tracks a benchmark mirroring the 50 companies in exact same proportions. No guessing, no research teams, and incredibly low costs. There is a massive trap you must avoid when setting up your brokerage account. Every single mutual fund in India offers two versions, a plan and a direct plan. Never buy the plan. When you buy a plan through a bank or a broker, the asset management company pays that intermediary a continuous trail commission. This is not a one-time fee. This trail commission is calculated daily as a percentage of your current portfolio value. As your wealth compounds over 20 years, the absolute money you pay out in commissions expands exponentially. By the end of your timeline, the fee deducted from your account can actually exceed your own annual contributions. Let us look at the math. Assume you make automated payments of 10,000 rupees into an active regular plan over 20 years, earning a gross return of 12.5%. With an expense ratio of 2%, your final maturity value will be 8.1 million rupees. If you bypass the broker and buy a direct index fund with a 0.0% expense ratio, your final value rockets to over 10.2 million rupees. That tiny fee difference permanently erases over 2 million rupees from your retirement. Always verify that the word direct isn't a fund title. This leads us directly to the regulatory shift that just occurred. SEBI, India's market regulator, launched an overhaul of mutual fund expense rules effective April 1st, 2026. For 30 years, the total expense ratio, or TER, was a bundled, confusing number. It masked the management fee by mixing it with transaction costs and taxes. Under the 2026 mandate, funds must completely unbundle their costs. They are now required to separate their base expense ratio from transaction costs and statutory levies like GST. You finally get to see exactly what the manager is charging you versus what the government is taking. Importantly, SEBI aggressively cut the expense limits. The maximum fee cap for index funds was slashed from 1% down to 0.90%. For index funds in the direct plan format, the actual fees are dropping below 0.10%. This regulation proves that low-cost passive investing is the strategy for wealth accumulation. So how do you actually pick the index fund? Beginners often make a mistake by looking at the net asset value, or NAV. They assume a fund with an NAV of 15 rupees is cheaper or a better deal than a fund with an NAV of 150 rupees. That is entirely false. A higher NAV simply reflects the vintage of the fund. It means it has been compounding for a time. If you invest 10,000 rupees today, you get the same market exposure regardless of the NAV. Instead, you need to look at 3 specific metrics. First is tracking difference. This is the arithmetic gap between the fund's return and the actual index return over a specific period. Since funds have costs and hold small amounts of cash, they will slightly underperform the index. You want the smallest negative tracking difference possible. The second metric is tracking error. This measures the consistency of that gap by calculating the annualized deviation of the daily return date. Variances. A low tracking error proves the fund manager is highly efficient at handling cash flows and rebalancing. You want a tracking error below 0.05%. Finally, look at the assets under management, or AUM. A massive AUM protects the fund from cash drag, which is the need to hold excess uninvested cash to meet sudden daily withdrawals. An asset base over 50 billion rupees provides liquidity and significantly minimizes transaction costs. Applying these metrics here are the top 3 Nifty 50 index funds you can buy right. Now to build your core portfolio. Number 1. The UTI Nifty 50 Index Fund, Direct Growth. This is a titan in the industry. It boasts an asset base of over 278 billion rupees. Because of this scale, it maintains operational efficiency. It charges a competitive expense ratio of 0.4% and features an elite tracking error of just 0.02%. This is a highly liquid option for any beginner. Number 2, the HDFC Nifty 50 Index Fund, Direct Growth. This fund is incredibly reliable, managing over 231 billion rupees in investor capital. It carries a higher expense ratio of 0.31%, but it flawlessly matches the UTI fund with a tight tracking error of 0.02%. Number 3. The Navi Nifty 50 Index Fund, Direct Growth. If your absolute top priority is cost efficiency, Navi is aggressively pricing their fund to win the market. They charge a razor expense ratio of just 0.10%. While their asset base is significantly smaller at 39 billion rupees, they still deliver an impressive tracking error of 0.02%. Knowing which funds to buy is half the battle. You must structure them correctly to maximize returns and limit your downside. Financial planners utilize a framework called the core satellite strategy. Take 60 to 70% of your cash and allocate it entirely to one of the low-cost Nifty 50 index funds we just discussed. Ed, this is your core. It is deeply diversified, costs nothing to run, and requires 0 daily maintenance. Then take the remaining 30%. Deploy it as a satellite allocation into active mid-cap or small-cap funds. You might be wondering, if active managers fail, why use them here? Because the SEBI data shows a different story for smaller companies. The mid and small cap markets are less efficient. There is significantly less analyst coverage. This information asymmetry allows skilled active managers a genuine opportunity to find mispriced stocks and beat the market. When managing this, treat it like you're for 401k or Roth IRA back home. Set your payments on absolute autopilot. The biggest threat to your wealth is your psychology. Just as the Federal Reserve influences liquidity, local market shifts will cause short-term drops. In January 2025, during a market correction, mutual fund stoppages hit a record 109%. People stopped investing. This is an error. A falling market is not a penalty. It is the market heavily subsidizing your asset accumulation. When prices drop, your automated monthly payment simply buys a volume of shares at a steep discount. You must hold your ground. As to keep your risk under control, you should do a temperature check every year. If your goal is to have 70% of your money in equities and 30% in fixed income certificates of deposit, and then the market has a run and your portfolio changes to 80% equities and 20% fixed income, you have gone past the 5% threshold. Do not sell the investments that are doing well and pay a lot of taxes. Just put the money you invest every month into the investments that do not have as much money until everything is balanced again. This way you can protect your money from the IRS and Indian tax authorities. Let it grow over time. Being truly financially independent takes a lot of patience, keeping costs and being consistent all the time. If this explanation helped you understand that active management is not always the best, please like this video because it helps our channel. I want to know what you think. which are the 350 index funds we use as the main part of your portfolio. Tell me your choice in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications because we upload videos about finance every day. In our video, we will talk about the math behind dividend yield traps and how to avoid them. You will not want to miss this video. Remember, building a system that makes money for you without work is about making money from the market, keeping your costs low, and not stopping your money from growing. Keep learning about finance, keep investing, and let us build our piggy profits. I will see you in the video.